as we're learning more about autism spectrum disorder, we're learning that there are quite a few coexisting conditions that go along with it. Some we've heard of often, like ADHD, anxiety, possibly oppositional defiant. But one that is really quite common, but I don't think we hear a lot about, is auditory processing disorder. I'm going to call it APD for short. Up to 80% of people with autism spectrum disorder and up to 50% with ADHD have auditory processing disorder, APD. So some of the symptoms of that are having overly sensitive hearing, which is not surprising, but also focusing on what someone is saying when there's a lot of background noise or a lot of people talking at once. Another is distinguishing from which direction a sound is coming, following verbal directions. And I think one of the most profound symptoms is not hearing people correctly. Now, when I was a child, my parents had my hearing tested. They thought I had hearing loss. My test turned out fine. As an adult, I have felt like I'm having hearing loss issues, but a couple of weeks ago I had my hearing tested and it was fine. The fact is, a lot of times I don't hear what people are saying completely, and it's very embarrassing to have to ask them to repeat themselves. So what I've done is I've come up with programmed responses like, or wow, or interesting. But the fact is, I really never heard what the people were talking about in the first place. So later on, when they bring it up again, and I have no clue what's going on, they're like, but we already told you this.